this is Lisa from the Painted Pineapple. One of the biggest questions, most often asked questions we get in the shop is, how do I get a near flawless finish using a paintbrush? It's very hard to get things look like they have a factory finish on them by hand, but this is how we've discovered is probably the closest way you're going to get. So it's two tools. We like to use a roller. So I have a little tray, and you're going to use either a microfiber or a felt, good quality felt roller, which is what I'm using here. And basically, you're going to lay the paint on working in sections. And then I'm going to go in after that, and I'm going to do something called laying it off with a wide, very soft, this is a Stahlmeister 1 series brush, and you can tell this baby's been used a lot. We use it pretty much daily. And we like to dampen the bristles a little bit first, just using a mister like this. So basically, just kind of giving it a little bit of moisture. It's going to help the bristles just pull that paint, lay it down, and make it look very smooth. So let's get started. So I'm going to load up my roller and basically just start to apply the paint. And the reason, I mean, I could go in with the paintbrush directly, but I like how the roller applies the paint evenly all over so that I'm not kind of trying to fight with it and move it around the surface. So as I go in like this, I can clean up my edges later. This is really just to show you guys how we lay it off. So working in sections, go back in with your brush and just lightly take it and just with the weight of the brush, drag it from one side to the other. So you're basically just going in like this. You want to avoid making strokes like this when you're trying to get a really nice tabletop finish, because what that's going to do is it's going to introduce stop and start marks, which are going to be vertical lines in your piece that you ultimately aren't going to be too happy about. So other things you can do to help is you can add, I'm working with Fusion Mineral Paint right now, which is a 100% acrylic resin formula, and we sell that in the shop. And oftentimes when we're doing large pieces, we'll actually put something called extender in it, which is a Fusion product as well, and it slows the drying time of the paint down to give you time to do things like this, to go back in, and again, just lightly from one side to the other. It's also important to work with your body when you're doing flat surfaces like this. So if you are using just your arm, it's very easy to arc. So I'll show you on this next pass what I mean by that. So I'm just going to lay this down. So if I weren't using my body to move from one side to the other, my arm is instinctively going to want to do this, which is going to make a nice little arcing motion. And that's going to show in my paint strokes as well. So you can see how I'm kind of shifting my weight from one leg to the other as I go across. And that just keeps it nice and straight. You don't want to go back and forth on yourself, just from one side to the other. And then you can let that dry and go back and repeat. This technique is what we use all the time in putting top coats. So a lot of people struggle with putting polyacrylics on top of their pieces. Again, it's especially tabletop finishes, you know, dressers, coffee tables, end tables, that kind of thing. And the reason is you've got the light coming in, and the way that it's actually refracting off the surface is just showing every little detail. So if you want it to be nice and smooth, now this brush certainly is probably at the highest price point of everything that we sell in the shop, but it's truly worth every penny, especially if you're working on something like kitchens or a larger piece. You're really going to get your money's worth out of it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful.